In today's episode, I drive my sim for 3 hours straight. The game is Assetto Corsa, the track is the Hungaroring, and the car is the Ferrari 488. This is the baseline for the whole video here. A lot of time left in that.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, take the game, in the life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, make the grind, make the change, in my mind, make the lane,
Cross the line at a 150.8. In this first flying lap, I was feeling kind of all over the place. It was good to get back out there, feel the car moving around a bit, and understand the dynamics of the thing. By the end of this first hour, I was starting to feel much better about the car. Using the safe pre-setup, I was able to get around the track well and understand what this car was going to do. Now, generally, the safe pre-setup means the car is going to have a little bit of inherent understeer, and that makes it a pretty safe race car to try to toss around. You know, pretty familiar with that with the Civics. But to complicate things, the GT3 cars in this game really have a sophisticated ABS braking system and traction control. Those two systems are awesome, but it's really a balance that you want to try to strike with those. Have the ABS and traction control up too high, and the car is really easy to get around the track, but you're sacrificing a lot of time. All right, so I'm about an hour into this thing right now. Feeling good about the safe pre-setup. I'm just gonna switch it over to this aggressive preset setup. Over this next hour, I'm gonna get into those settings, but here we go. This is just the out lap. I'm gonna take it pretty cool on this one. Just need to make it around the track. Launch this thing, here we go. First turn, where are the brakes? All right, feeling pretty good. Definitely time on the table there. I can feel that already. Definitely time through that little kink section as well. Does want to dance through there a little bit. Trying to squeeze on the power as early as I can, man. Ooh, yeah, good launch out of there. And brake way too early. The power in and launch it. And the first banker lap is a 151. So we went significantly slower than the safe setup. What's that mean? So that aggressive pre-setup actually went slower than the safe setup. Why is that? Well, pretty simply, it's because it's way more aggressive. We're not adding any more power or anything, but we're taking away traction control. We're taking away some ABS. The springs and dampers have changed. It's a different race car to drive. And although you would think, oh, it's gonna be aggressive, I can go out and push it so much harder, that is true, but it's also something to adapt to. I wanted to see how quickly I could adapt while changing these setups. That's something that real race car drivers have to do. They have to adapt and work with what they've got on the spot. I started to turn some pretty consistent laps, and then I started to knock my times down. A minute 49.9, followed right after by a minute 49.0, and then I got down to that minute 48.6. But as I started to work with this aggressive pre-setup more, I started feeling good. You start to get more comfortable around the track. You start to understand where the grip is going to be lost, how the car is going to move. Matching, just beating my best time from the safe pre-setup of hour 1. Progress in the first couple hours. Worked off of the safe setup at first. After changing to the aggressive setup and after tweaking the suspension settings just a bit, I've now got it down to 148.1. Now in this final third hour, what I really want to see is, well, first of all, can I go faster? But also, what is the level of consistency that I can achieve? This third and final hour, this is where it got awesome for me, you guys. Messing around with how this car is gonna hop over the curves. There's a couple corners in this track that you really just wanna jump over the curve. Keeping it within track limits, of course, but you gotta hop over this thing and start getting on the gas as early as possible to get a great exit. Otherwise, you're just giving up lap time. Eventually getting to my fastest lap of the 3-hour session, a minute 47.9. I was so happy to get into the 47s after just sitting in the 48s for a while. But that's the other part of this, you guys. What I was really proud of myself was to get to that consistent level where I could turn 48s no problem. Like, I just got to the point where I knew how to turn a 48 lap. Yes, it would be tense here or there, but I could do 48 after 48 after 48. Then when I was really starting to feel good and comfortable, I tried to push it a little farther and ended up with that 47.9. What does that mean? These are all just like, if you've never played the game, you're probably like, huh? That is what I can do currently around this track. I'm obviously gonna keep trying to improve. And the real race car record around that track is actually like a minute 42 point something in a GT3 car, a real GT3 car. So clearly I'm intensely slower than the real record out there, but this is something that I'm working on and trying to improve myself.
Addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nose.
What is the time that you've gotten around the Hungaroring? Have you used Assetto Corsa before? Have you played Hungaroring? And what car are you using? What time have you got? I don't necessarily know that the Ferrari is suited for the Hungaroring. Like, certain race cars are kind of suited for certain racetracks in the real GT3 world. Some will have strengths in one circuit, others will have it in another. I'm not too sure about the Ferrari, to be honest, but I'm gonna keep pushing with that Ferrari because I want to get lower into the 47s. And I want to continue to mess around with that aggressive pre-setup. I'm really happy to achieve the consistency that I was able to, but I would still love to get a faster lap yet. So that's it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you in the next one.